Gina began her fitness career over 30 years ago as a physical therapy assistant. Through her experience working with doctors and other therapists, she identified the need and importance of post-rehabilitation fitness, injury prevention, and proficient specialized instruction and training in the fitness industry. This prompted her to become a certified professional trainer and open her own private studio, Precise Fitness and Training. In the 12 years of running her business, she created a professionally safe environment to develop one's holistic style of living, which also incorporated proper exercise and training. During that time, she provided individual and group training, programs for various ages and fitness levels by evaluating each client's needs and then designing, developing, and implementing personalized and specialized programs to improve their strength and mobility using a holistic approach for each and every client. Her passion for educating people on holistic living, proper form with functional movement and exercise is evident from her years of experience and her aspiration to educate and advance her own certifications. Her current certifications allow her to offer a variety of specialized programs for those seeking a holistic lifestyle. I'm not going to go through all of her certifications, but her most prominent ones are Certified Personal Trainer, Reiki Practitioner Teacher, Holistic Life Coach, Advanced Skills Life Coach, and currently she is completing a certification in Spiritual Life Coaching. Please join me in welcoming Gina Sabatini.
Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. Okay, you can go ahead and switch. Today's lecture is called Working In versus Working Out. Everybody's heard of working out, right?
Yeah.
You go to the gym, you beat yourself up, you get on the machines, you just practically crawl out of the room when you're done. And working out is actually adding stress to your body, hoping that you'll gain an end result. That could be more energy, weight loss, muscle strength, muscle building, heart health. Can anybody think of any other things that you might go to the gym for?
Meet nice guys.
Meet nice guys. But sometimes what happens is your workout overstresses your body, and in the result, you do more damage than good. And damage, I'm talking about injuries, chronic illnesses, chronic fatigue, lack of energy, overeating, believe it or not. And can you think of anything else that might stress your body out when you're working out?
Pulled muscles.
Right, pulled muscles.
Strains.
Cramps.
Yes, cramps. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So I'm here today to show you what it does I'm here to show you that it doesn't have to be that way. That there's a way to increase your energy in your body so that you actually have energy to do other things and to have fun. Whether it's exercise or just hiking a mountain or playing with your grandkids, it really doesn't matter. So let's face it, our lifestyle nowadays is very fast-paced, it's stressful, and many of us deal with overloads, whether it's bad news, information, long commuting, kids, bosses, deadlines, doctors, aging parents, any of that. The thought of trying to exercise, squeeze it into our schedule, can really send us over the edge. And in my experiences, many people that go to the gym think that they have to train like an athlete, or that they're afraid to re-injure themselves, fearful to go to the gym maybe because they don't like the way they look, they're uncomfortable and don't know what to do. These are very real and valid concerns. Have any of you ever felt that way going to a gym?
Yes.
All the time, yeah.
All the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to wait and lose weight and look good before you go to the gym to
Yep,
work
I've
out.
heard that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I've heard that many
You
times.
can't go the way you look.
So what I'm going to teach you today is how to work smarter, not harder. And as we age, we do that with everything. We work smarter, not harder, so that you'll increase your energy and your vitality. Does that sound good to you?
Yes.
Sounds great.
Okay. With the energy balancing exercises that you're going to learn today, you can actually make changes in just a few minutes a day. It's that easy to do. All right, are we ready to go with that?
I'm ready.
Awesome.
Ready. Yeah.
Building energy in your body is much like an investment. It takes money to make money, and it's going to take energy to make energy. And who doesn't want more money or more energy?
Right?
Sign me up.
For example, when you eat quality food, you use or you spend your energy to chew and digest so that your body can function. So you chew the food, that's using energy, you digest it so that your energy gets stored as sugar, and then you've got energy to move. Now, the energy that's produced by eating and breathing is used to run all your muscles so that you can move, have fun, and produce even more energy. Same way that you do with money. Now, most people associate muscle work with fatigue, loss of energy from exercise, and especially when there's an imbalance of exercise and rest. So when there's an imbalance, you're not resting enough and you're doing too much work, that's what brings in all the fatigue. On the other side, muscles actually produce electromagnetic energy by acting as a pump to help the heart pump blood throughout your body. So, for example, if you could stand up, we're going to try something. We're going to do a little exercise, and I'm going to explain the exercise first, and then we're going to go ahead and I'll let you know when we're going to start it. So I want you to stand with your feet about shoulder distance apart. I just kind of want you to just silence yourself and just give a feel, give a sense of what your body's feeling right now. If you can close your eyes without falling over, that's a great thing too. So what I'm going to ask you to do at this point is I'm going to ask you to tighten a muscle. You can either tighten one of your thighs or your butt muscles because those are the biggest muscles that we have right now. I'll let you know when we're going to do it. I'm going to give you a count of 5 while you tighten that muscle. And as soon as 5 comes in, you're going to relax. And as soon as you relax, I want you to just be and feel what's going on inside your body. You may feel some sensations. I don't want to put any thoughts in your head right now, but just give a sense, give a feel of what's going on in your body. Is everybody ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so you get to choose what muscle you want to do. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to relax that muscle and just feel. Good. You can open your eyes. You can have a seat. And would anyone like to share what they felt when you relaxed?
Peace, calm,
Any
stillness.
any area in your body?
Sensations. My shoulders, because I'm always going like this. I was
Okay.
tightening my shoulders, so even though I didn't tighten my shoulder muscles, I tightened a different muscle. I could feel that my shoulders were relaxed.
Good. Good.
But I didn't even realize it until you said be aware of what's happening.
Good.
And then I realized my shoulders were relaxed.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Felt good to release.
Release.
Mm-hmm.
Any sensations at all? Any maybe some rushing or?
I got warm.
You got very warm?
Warm.
Okay, good.
Well, I felt like I was peeing my pants, but I didn't want to say that because I thought maybe this is not right.
You may feel some tingling, you may feel some warmth,
I just felt like
you might feel it like in your head.
Balance and then warm.
So what's going on there is you're actually feeling the energy move through your body.
Wow.
So as you contract the muscle, that muscle pushed all the blood out of that area. And then when you relaxed it, the heart pumps the blood back into the muscle. So the muscles actually give you energy even though you're contracting them by moving it through your body, and you're helping your heart and your lungs to pump the energy through. That energy that you felt is called chi. You may have heard that word before if you've taken Tai Chi, or you may have read it. So with the flesh blood that's going on and coming in and out of that muscle, that's the electromagnetic energy that's supplying to your muscles and then to your organs and to your brain and to other parts of your body, provided you're getting sound nutrition, rest, that you're de-stressing, and you're breathing correctly. So what do you think happens when you're under a lot of stress?
You don't breathe right.
You're not breathing right,
You tense up.
you're tensing up,
You don't eat right.
right? You're not
Yeah.
eating right,
You
you're
don't
not
sleep
you're
well.
not
Rest.
sleeping well. You
Yeah.
guys sound like you're really,
They call it.
you sound like you're experienced with that.
Yeah, little.
Right. So what's happening is that blood is not pumping through. So you're not using the muscles. The muscles aren't relaxing. They're only staying tight. And when we talked about what happens when those muscles are tight, there's no blood in them at all. So now the blood's not getting to your brain. It's not getting to your limbs. It's not getting to your organs. What's the result of that?
Not good.
More stress.
More stress. An
You don't
unhealthy
feel
body.
good. Yeah.
Right, an unhealthy body.
Sickness.
Strokes, high blood pressure,
Yeah.
heart attack, even disease by stress.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're not resting. So you can do the same thing by working out too much. I'm not saying that you shouldn't work out,
No.
but too much, overdoing the working out and not getting the rest. You can do the exact same thing. And you've probably heard of people who were marathon runners who just dropped dead all of a sudden
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are there any questions yet?
No.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I sent you all an email with a questionnaire. Did you get it? No, that's okay if you didn't get it. That's all right. But each of them have a category. And in that category you have, you don't have to take it now, but we will take it. We'll go through it in a little bit. Each of them are talk about a certain category and certain zones that are affected by that. And zones, we're going to go over zones, but the 6 zones that we're going to talk about today are very similar to your chakras. There's just one missing up at the top here for your 7th chakra. But in the deficiency that you might have in that category that you answered would be as area where your zones need the most work. And we're going to talk about what issues are in each of the zones, what muscles and organs are affected by that, and then we'll go to the exercises that you can do to replenish the energy back into those zones
Oh.
that are very, very easy to do and fun. So we're going to talk about the first zone, which is right here on the bottom, zone 1, which is also the area of your root chakra. And the muscles in this area are your pelvis, your legs, and your feet. So basically anything from here down. Related functions of the zone of this zone 1 are your adrenals. This is your fight or flight response here. Also, it deals with your bones and your skeletal structure. Issues in this is financial stress. Anybody here have financial stress? Yeah, of course. Anybody have any hip or leg problems?
Yeah.
There you go.
Sciatica.
Yeah, there you go. So that's an area that we can work on for exercises to just bring some energy into that zone there so it's not so constricted and over and stressed. Zone 2, which is sacral chakra, here in the orange. And muscles of this area are the low back, lumbar, lower abdomen, your legs and your feet also. Related functions to this area here is your sexual functions, elimination, and water retention. Any issues, anybody hearing any issues that come in their head, maybe elimination or water issues that,
Water retention.
yes,
Back
water
pain.
retention.
Yeah,
Back
back
pain.
pain.
Lower back is in there.
And so the relationship or the related issues of this area here is stress over relationships and sex. So if you're having any marital problems or maybe relationships with friends, cousins, parents, children, you could go on and on.
The world.
This might be an area where you can do some of these energy balancing exercises that will bring more energy in there so that you're feeling less stressed in that. Zone 3, your solar plexus chakra here, which is above your belly button, below your rib area here. Muscles for this is your upper back, upper abdominal, and related functions to this is your digestion and absorption in here. Related issues, personal power, self-will, and of course digestion. Area 3 here. Zone 3. Zone 4, heart chakra area, right here. Muscles are your upper back and your chest, so anywhere here, front and back. Related functions of that area are blood pressure and immune system. So anybody with immune system, heart problems, blood pressure, this is the area that we can work on some exercises for that to just bring some energy back in there and let your body do what it's supposed to do. Stress over relationships and love are the issues related to this area. And that's where that term broken heart, I'm sure you've heard that, broken heart comes in.
Yeah, I always wondered about that.
Now zone 5, right here in the human body, right here. Throat chakra, also been called the throat chakra. The muscles or the areas are your lower neck, so the base of your neck here, even around here, your shoulders, your arms and your hands. The function of this is metabolism and calcium regulation. So basically it's where your thyroid is. And the related issues to this, communications. And that could be communication of any form. It could be any of these zones here wanting to communicate, or it could just be using your voice, standing up for yourself, that kind of a thing. The last one, zone 6, third eye chakra, is basically right between your eyebrows there. The muscles related to this area are the upper neck, so basically in this area here, your face and your head. And related functions, and I'm sure this is, you're gonna find some kind of familiar issues here, is your wake and your sleep cycles, your hormonal and your psychological regulations here. Issues, mental congestion, lack of mental clarity, or creativity. Anything sound familiar to anyone here?
Yeah,
All of the above.
That's where
All
I
of the
am.
above, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what do people do when they're feeling all those things? They go to the gym and they work out and they beat themselves into the ground even more and make these issues worse. Again, I'm not telling you not to go to the gym. I'm just saying there's just a smarter way to exercise. Okay, so now we're going to go over the results from your questionnaire and the zones, so you can kind of get an idea of your personalized results from your tests that you took. So we had 6 areas that there was questions to answer. The first one was called You Are What You Eat. So there was a bunch of questions there. If you scored 40 or above, then you know that's a red zone for you, and this is an area you need to work on. 45. You got a 45, okay?
Yep.
And so the zones in this area are zones 1, 2, and 3 from that questionnaire. The next one was stress. And that, again, that was a 40 and above. If you had 40 and above, then you know that's an area that needs work. That is zone 4. Sleep and wake cycle. That would be a 50 or above. Did anyone have a 50 or above?
I did 32.
32, so you're doing pretty good with that one.
I probably had 50 or 100.
I'm sure
on that
you
one. If I were to take it.
the highest score.
100%.
So the sleep and wake zone, as we talked about, that was a zone 6 there. So we have exercises for that too. You are when you eat was the next category.
Well, this one I got 32.
Okay, so anything 20 and above on that one.
26.
Okay, you are when you eat, it's
Oh,
called.
this one I got the 32 on. This one?
One is called you are what you eat, and there's another one is you are when you eat. And that's zone 3. Of course, we talked about that, digestion and absorption.
Oh, you are when?
When you eat, yes.
Okay.
And then there's the other one called digestion.
16.
You did pretty good at that one then. Digestion, and maybe you have some on the other side, yeah.
That's what it was.
Digestion's 50 and above.
Wow, you got 16? That's good.
Yeah, you did good.
So which one am I looking at?
Digestion.
I got 37.
Okay, you did pretty well on that one too. That was a zone 1, 2, and 3, but that was also what you eat, which I think you got a little bit of higher score in that. That doesn't mean it doesn't need work, it's just not a red area zone, that's not the one that's the most important for you right now. And then last one, fungus and parasites. Yes, sounds disgusting, doesn't it? Any score of 60 and above.
Oh,
Did you get 60 or above?
I got 105.
75.
Okay, all right, so then that's a zone 3 and 4. So these
Okay.
two zones here.
That's a big.
Yeah, but that's easy to work with.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is, even with diet too. Now I didn't mention zone 5 because it includes all of those above, because zone 5 does talking for all your zones. Of course, the higher you score in any given category, the more important that zone is for you to do the balancing exercises to balance your body.
Okay, so that one's a big one.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna stop the video, and we're going to go over the exercises in the zone, and then we're gonna come back and conclude and just summarize everything that you learned and any questions that you have. So, how was it?
Great.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You have a lot of energy
Very
now.
energetic.
Yep.
You're gonna go
Yes.
home and garden and weed and all that other stuff.
Mow my lawn.
Oh, your lawn, yeah.
Pick up rocks.
So, yeah, pick up rocks.
Love rock.
So here are some tips to consider to get the most out of your zone exercises. And it's the same thing with money. When you invest money, you want the best tips to get the most for your bang for your buck. If time is an issue, focus on stretching. And I know we didn't go over any stretching. That will definitely be another one that we could do at another point. But stretching is always good. You want to keep your body balanced. If you're not feeling a pull or some kind of a tightness when you're stretching, then it doesn't need stretching. If you don't like to stretch, you need it more than anyone else. That's what I usually tell everybody. So you want to focus on the zones that you scored the highest with your questionnaire. Those are the exercises that you want to, if time is of an issue for you at that point. Of course, if you can go through all of them, you're just helping yourself out even more. So don't be afraid to do all of them. You don't have to do them all at once either. You can do some in the morning, some at night. Lunch break. It doesn't stop, drop, and roll kind of a thing. You can do it at any point to save yourself. Because the exercises give you energy and they don't cause fatigue, you can do them more often too. So you can do them every single day. So if you're in a workout, the best thing to do would be every other day for your strength training, and then your cardio you can do it another time. But these you can do once a day or twice a day, 3 times a day. There might be some days where you need them more than once a day. They can be done at any time. They can be done before a meal, after a meal, because they don't do anything but help your digestion. If you're feeling out of breath, your mouth is getting dry, you're breathing heavy, then you're doing them too fast. So you need to slow down, and if I've told you to do 10 and it's still causing you a little bit of distress, then do 5. And if that's still, then do 2. So it's okay to start low and then work your way up. When you're practicing this, it's just only going to help you to discover which exercises are the best ones for you to feel good, emotionally, mentally, and physically. So it's all just geared to what is good for you. It can help you unwind, bring more energy in, your chi. And if you're having a hard time falling asleep, you can practice these before bed. As we discussed in the exercise part, the faster you move your body, the slower the chi moves. And in this case, we want the chi to move fast. So the slower you move, the faster your chi will move to your body. Your chi is intelligent. It knows when to speed up or go to specific areas and when to slow down. So you don't have to worry, you don't have to make your chi go anyplace, just do the exercises, it'll all work for yourself. Remember, exercise, the working out part that we talked about, places stress on your body. So if you're not cultivating enough energy with proper eating, water intake, sleeping, and energy building exercises, your workouts will the only thing that they will do is break you down, physically and mentally. And we've all been through kinds of injuries, and we know what that feels like. So being fit and being healthy aren't always synonymous. I want to thank you all for coming today, and I hope that you've gained some knowledge in how to fill up your energy cup. So thank you for coming.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you.